Before you skip this video, let me ask you one thing. Do your knees hurt when you wake up? Does your back feel stiff after sitting for a while? Or do your joints crack and ache, and you've started thinking this pain is just a normal part of life? What if I told you it's not normal and it's not permanent? In the next few minutes, I'm going to share something most people are never told about joint pain, and it could completely change how your body feels every single day. Imagine waking up one morning, and before your feet even touch the floor, there's this deep, stubborn pain in your knees. Not sharp, not sudden, just heavy, like someone secretly added extra weight to your body overnight. You try to stand, and your joints protest. Your knees crack, your ankles feel stiff, and for a moment you just sit there thinking, is this how my day is going to start now? I want you to stay with me because this story might sound familiar, or it might sound like the future you're afraid of. There was a time when joint pain was something we associated with old age, something distant, something that happened to other people. But now it's showing up earlier than ever. People in their 30s, 40s, even 20s waking up with back pain, knee pain, shoulder pain, neck stiffness. And the scary part isn't just the pain itself, it's the slow way it steals your confidence, your energy, and your freedom. Let me tell you about a man named Ahmed. He wasn't lazy, he worked hard. Long hours, stressful days, always on his feet or sitting for too long. At first, it was just a little discomfort in his knees when climbing stairs. He ignored it, like most of us do. Then the discomfort turned into pain. The pain turned into stiffness, and one day he realized he was avoiding movement altogether because he was afraid of triggering that pain. That's how joint problems trap you. They don't attack all at once. They whisper. They slowly convince you to stop moving, stop exercising, stop living fully. And the more you stop, the worse it gets. Ahmed went to doctors. Painkillers helped for a while, injections were suggested, supplements promised miracles, but nothing felt like a real solution because no one explained what was actually happening inside his joints. Here's the truth most people never hear. Joint pain doesn't start in the joint alone. It starts in your daily habits, your diet, your movement patterns, and your inflammation levels. Your joints are like the hinges of a door. If you never oil them, if you overload them, if you never move them properly, they start to creak. Then they start to hurt. In the first step of healing joints, the goal is not to kill the pain. The goal is to understand it. Pain is a message. It's your body saying something is off. Ignoring that message is what turns temporary pain into lifelong problems. Ahmed started small. Instead of intense workouts or complete rest, he focused on gentle, consistent movement. He learned that joints love motion, but they hate sudden stress. He stopped sitting for hours without breaks. He started walking daily, not fast, not slow, just enough to keep his joints alive. Then came food. This is where most people make a mistake. They think joint pain is just mechanical, bone against bone. But inflammation plays a massive role. Sugar, processed foods, fried meals, all silently inflame your joints. You don't feel it immediately, but over time it builds like fire under the surface. When Ahmed reduced inflammatory foods and added natural anti-inflammatory choices, something shifted. Not overnight, not magically, but week by week, the morning stiffness reduced. The cracking sounds became softer. The fear of movement slowly faded. And here's the most important part of step 1. Consistency beats intensity. Your joints don't need punishment. They need care. Gentle stretching, hydration, proper sleep, and patience. Healing joints is not a race. It's a relationship you rebuild with your body. By the end of step 1, Ahmed wasn't pain-free, but he was hopeful. And hope is powerful. Because once you believe your body can heal, you stop fighting it and start working with it. And that's where step 2 begins, because understanding pain is just the beginning. Rebuilding strong, pain-free joints requires a deeper shift. Now imagine waking up again, months later, Same room, same bed, but this time, when your feet touch the floor, there's no hesitation, no fear, no stiffness holding you back. That moment alone feels like freedom, and freedom is what joint healing is really about. Ahmed learned something important during this phase. Pain relief is temporary if the foundation is weak. Real healing happens when you strengthen the muscles around your joints, improve circulation, and restore balance in the body. Most people think resting joints means not using them. That's one of the biggest myths. Joints get their nutrition from movement. When you move, synovial fluid flows. That fluid is like nourishment for your joints. Without it, joints dry out and deteriorate. Ahmed started doing joint-friendly exercises, not heavy lifting, not extreme workouts, simple, controlled movements that activated the muscles supporting his knees, hips, shoulders, and spine. As the muscles grew stronger, the joints felt lighter. Pain started losing its grip. He also learned the power of posture. Poor posture silently destroys joints. Rounded shoulders strain the neck. Slouching compresses the spine. Weak hips overload the knees. Fixing posture didn't just reduce pain, it changed how his body carried itself. Sleep became non-negotiable because joints repair themselves when you rest deeply. Poor sleep increases inflammation. Good sleep lowers it. Something as simple as sleeping on time started accelerating healing. Hydration played a role too. Dehydrated cartilage becomes stiff and fragile. Water isn't just for energy or skin, it's for your joints. When Ahmed increased his water intake, his joints felt more flexible, especially in the morning. But the biggest transformation happened mentally. He stopped seeing himself as someone with joint pain. He started seeing himself as someone healing. That mindset changed how he moved, how he ate, how he treated his body. Joint healing isn't about one pill, one exercise, or one remedy. It's about alignment, aligning your habits with how your body is designed to function. Months passed. The pain that once controlled Ahmed's life became a memory, not because he chased quick fixes, but because he respected the process. He listened to his body. He stayed patient. He stayed consistent. And here's why I'm telling you this story. Because if you're watching this right now, there's a reason. Maybe your knees hurt when you walk. Maybe your back aches when you wake up. Maybe your shoulders burn after a long day. And maybe you're scared it will only get worse. I want you to know this. Your joints are not broken. They're asking for attention. They're asking for care. And when you give them what they need, they respond. You don't need to give up movement. You need smarter movement. You don't need to starve yourself. You need nourishing food. You don't need to fear age. You need awareness. This journey isn't easy, but it's worth it. Because living without constant joint pain isn't a luxury, it's your right. And if you stay consistent, if you respect your body, and if you start today instead of waiting for tomorrow, you'll look back one day and realize this pain didn't define you, it transformed you.